Hey y'all, this is Cassandra with Pecan Porch Boutique. Welcome to another Trash to Treasure video. So y'all, I found this old box at, I don't know, on Marketplace. And it's one of those, this is going to be one of those things, y'all, where I paid too much for it. So I paid like $45 for this whole box. But I don't know, I fell in love with it. There's something, I like trunks and boxes and stuff. But this is a really old antique box, as I figured out when I took the nails out of it. And also on the inside of it, I think it's handmade. They papered it with newspaper, and the newspaper read April 10, 1886. So I'm going to be upcycling this old box and giving it a little bit of glam. So keep watching. It had these little handmade risers underneath it, and so I am going to remove those because I want to put on some feet. And I was showing you that nail that came out. They're handmade nails, so I know how old this box is. And so knowing that now, I decided that I want to preserve some of the wood during my upcycle. So I'll be kind of updating it and preserving some of it as well. So I'm just going to drill the holes for the feet, and then it has these little bracket things that go inside the hole, and then you screw those in. But take a look at the feet that I'm going to be using, y'all. Oh my gosh, the feet are going to be so cute. But before I put the feet on, I'm going to give the bottom of this box, which is really old wood, I just want to give it a little bit of a refresh. Not painting it completely, but I'm going to give it a little bit of refresh with Debbie's Design Diaries little black dress. And I'm going to also do the back of it the same color.
What you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling.
And here are the feet, y'all. I got these acrylic feet with these little tip of gold on the end of it. Totally does not go with this box at all. But y'all know I like putting stuff together that don't go together. So I'm going to be adding these feet to the bottom. Now time for a little bit of clean on the outside. I won't be doing the inside on this video yet, but it has newspaper on the inside of it that I'm going to scrape out the excess and redo that at another time. But for half of this box, y'all, I'm going to be using IOD's Indigo Floral Inlay. This is one of the earlier inlays and one of my favorite. So you can use inlays directly on wood. And that is what I'm going to be doing now. The inlays are really made to be laid into paint, but you can also put them just directly onto wood. And the wood on this old box I thought was so nice. So I'm just going to put the inlay directly onto the wood. Therefore, you'll be able to see through the inlay and still be able to see this beautiful wood. And again, inlays are really simple to use. You can use whatever water-based medium you want to lay them down. I'm going to be using DIY's liquid patina, and I'm just going to put it on kind of similar to the way you do decoupage. I'm just going to put it onto the wood directly, and then I'm going to lay the inlay into it with the grid side up. And I'm just using a baby wipe just to moisten and rub it down. So that's what I'm going to be doing here to this half of the box. Got another plan for the other half.
before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight.
So one thing about laying the inlay into just the top coat and not into paint, you want to just let it get dry to the touch. You don't want to leave it on too long because it'll get really hard in the top coat. So here you'll see I'm just going to mist it. It's dry to my touch now, so I'm just going to mist it with a little bit of water. And you know, if I had some fingernails, I'm going to find a corner and I'm going to pull it off. This is the most satisfying part of the inlays. I just love doing this. And look how pretty it is just onto this wood. I am absolutely loving it. Now, if it looks a little cloudy, that's just because of the liquid patina that I'm using that hasn't dried. It will dry and that cloudiness would go away. But look how pretty this is, y'all. I am loving it. Loving, loving, loving it. And I'm so glad that I'm going to preserve the wood on part of this box.
Before the sun goes down.
One more thing I forgot to mention is that typically when you're laying an inlay into the top coat, it's usually a one and done. So you probably will not be able to use the inlay again. If you lay it into paint, you can get a couple of uses out of your inlay, but typically only one shot when you're using a top coat. But that's okay. I'm okay with that.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving,
So look at my choice, y'all, for the other half of the box. This paper is called Sean Sheep, and it's by Mint by Michelle. It's a decoupage paper. And child, I don't know where these sheep are going, but they ready. I do know that. They are ready. So I am going to be using the sheet paper on this half of the box. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it ready by using DIY paint in White Swan as my background paint, because of course whenever you are using the decoupage or the tissue paper, you want to paint the white, you want to paint the background white if you want it to stand out more. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So on this half of the box, I'm going to be using this paper called Sean Sheep by Mint by Michelle.
I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in
So So where the edge is going to be meeting up with the indigo floral inlay, I'm just taking a little bit of that off, just using my paintbrush and a little bit of water just to trim that edge. For the other 3 edges, I'm not going to do this little wet cut because I won't need to, as you'll see pretty soon. So here I'm just kind of using this jar of paint just to kind of hold my paper down, and I'm going to do my edge first just so I can secure it. And I'm going to leave just a little bit around the top edge and around the edge that comes off to the side of the box so that I can trim it off once I'm done. And I'm using DIY's liquid patina to lay down my decoupage paper as well. So I used it to lay down my indigo floral inlay, and I'm also using it to lay down my decoupage paper, and I will also be using it to seal up the entire thing.
I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
I have to say that working on this kind of slope like pitch of this trunk box with this paper was a little bit challenging. So I wrestled with it a little bit, but for the most part I got it down. So it was a little bit challenging, different than working just on a completely flat surface, but I got it down.
Before the sun goes down, it's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
So here's a look at where we are, y'all. We got our sheet on one side and we got our floral on the other side. And we also have on our acrylic feet with the gold tips. I don't know where this is going, but if y'all stay with me, we're gonna get somewhere.
Calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
So I've had this big roll of Would You Bend trim hanging around for a while, and I decided I'm going to use it on this trunk box. And I am going to put it on the bottom of the box. At least that's as soon as I can plug it into the electricity. I'm going to be using my heat gun. So if you've never used Wood You Bend, it's kind of a wood composite product that comes very, very hardened when you get it. And you heat it up with heat and makes it pliable and bendable. And you can apply it to your piece. So that is what I am doing now. I'm using my heat gun and I'm just going to unroll it, and I am going to cut it to size and use it as trim along the bottom of this trunk.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean.
So I've cut it to size now, and I'm just going to continue to use my heat gun to get it as flat as I can before I actually put it on here, because I want to get it flattened down as much as possible, because once the heat is taken away for a little while, it will go back to a hardened state and it's going to become less pliable. So I've got it kind of I've got it laid out, and I'm using just my box cutter to trim off the ends so that it's the right length.
It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling.
So now that I have it cut to the right length, I want to paint it before I actually get it put on there. So I'm using DIY paint in Little Black Dress, and I'm just going to paint it all over with the black paint. And then once I'm done painting it, I'm going to be using my Tight Bond Quick and Thick glue to add to the back of it. And one of the key things is you want to make sure you get that glue everywhere, because once you get it on and stuck down, you're not going to be able to pull it back up. And so I'm going to be using the glue to put on the back of it to actually secure it to the bottom of the box. But I want to continue to use my heat gun just to continue to flatten it and make sure I get it as flat as possible so that it fits on there nice and snug.
Feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. 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 Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling.
I really could have used another hand with this Wood You Bend trim, but I finally got it cut. I finally got it painted. I made sure to get glue on every piece of the back, trying not to leave anything open. And now I'm just going to try to lay it down, and I'm going to continue to use my heat gun to flatten it out as it is laying here. And I'm kind of heating and pressing it down all at the same time.
Playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling.
So I found these little, I think they're charms, and I think they're probably like little bracelet charms. but I found a little packet of them on Amazon, and it kind of goes really good with the kind of the steampunk look that the sheep have going on. So I am going to use these little charm things, and a lot of them are clocks and gears and stuff like that. I'm going to use these to kind of be kind of a divider between the sheep and the floral inlay. So that is what I'm going to use these for. And you know, who knows? We'll see how they look. All right, y'all, it is time to take a look at where we started. And here is a look at where we are now. Oh, y'all, I really love this trunk box thing. I don't know, you know, about the where I came up with the sheep and the indigo floral. I don't know. But I'm really liking the outcome of where this has come from. You know, I think we raised it up off the ground with these cute little acrylic feet with the gold tips. I think we've kind of given it a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of razzmatazz with the sheep, and then a little bit of softness with the indigo floral. And I think that I have preserved the wood on this trunk as well, just to give a nod to whoever made this box. So I added some gold because y'all know I couldn't help add gold. So I've trimmed off the would you bin with gold. I've added some gold along the trim of the trunk, and I really think this turned out so cute, so unusual but cute. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. As usual, I appreciate you stopping in and watching. Hopefully you will give me a thumbs up, you will leave me a comment, and hopefully you might just subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Until next time, don't forget to bud, bloom, and be unique.
My wheels in motion, I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean.